Today I'm doing a live and I'm doing all zodiac signs readings for the month of November. So if you know where the placements are in your natal chart, you can look for your sun sign, moon sign, ascendant, placements of Venus, Jupiter, sometimes even Mars placement is very important too. Otherwise, another suggested way to follow these readings is simply to choose a number from 1 to 12, and that could be your reading. Keep in mind that these are general reading, might resonate with many of you, might resonate in part, might ring a few bells. Sometimes they may not, and maybe messages will be spread over different zodiac signs, depending on what is predominant in your natal chart. So let's begin. Today I'm going to use two oracle decks and a tarot. We'll draw a card for the significator just to understand if the situation that I describe in the cards is a reflection of your life circumstances. And there will be also a spread, as usual, 3 cards with a tarot and a final guidance. Let's begin. Let's begin. This is going to be a very long reading. I will be able to put timestamps in the description of this video after the video, the live is over. So please be patient with me. What else? Also, you can find in the description of the video my email address. You can contact me at if you wish to receive an in-depth personal reading. I'm available for that. So thank you so much for being here. I know that there's nobody watching right now. Hopefully, the people that are really meant to receive this message will stumble upon this video later on. So why not? Okay. So we're going to start with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter sign. And I'm going, as I shuffle, I'm going to invite my spirit guides from the pure white light, guardian angels, heavenly saints, and ancestors who love us and want the highest good of all, Mother Nature and my own animal totem to inspire me during this reading and guide me to deliver the right message to the right people who might need to receive guidance and inspiration as well. Okay, for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, or any other significant placement. We have courtesy as a significator card. Thoughtful, polite, good manners. That's a great card to receive. This is a very high vibration kind of energy. You're being very thoughtful, you're being very considerate, you're being very mindful of other people's needs. You are in a excellent relationship and harmony with the environment around you, with the people surrounding you. So let's see what the tarot has to say for Aries for the month of November. Drawing 3 cards. Moving a few things around the table so I can get the best lighting. All right, so what does Aries, Sun sign, Moon sign, Rising, Jupiter and Venus placement need to know about the month of November? We have Page of Wands, Venture. More, please. We have Knight of Cups, Empathy. And of course, if you're thoughtful and polite and you're using your best manners, it's because you're being very considerate of other people's feelings. So it doesn't amaze me to see the Knight of Cups with that specific keyword. And third card. This one. 5 of Pentacles, poverty. All right. So I do have the feeling that somebody here is in need of help. And you might be the person who will be able to provide that help. Reason why I say that is because I see thoughtfulness, good manners. I think you are being very considerate, or you're invited to be very considerate this month. Especially in the way you connect with other people, in your communication, in whatever step action that you take. Try to take it using empathy and consideration towards people that might be less fortunate than you are. That might be in a more difficult position, whether it's energetically, health-wise. If you know, this is a card that indicates that there's a situation of lack, of loss, of a diminished well-being, not just monetary, not just financially. Somebody who might be too proud to ask for help. So I would recommend being very tactful, very considerate, very mindful of the people around you, especially in the way you communicate. With this Page of Wands energy showing up as the first card, which is the card of the general energy of the situation, you might be tempted to be a little bit naive, of a little too daring, the typical energy of somebody who just acts without thinking too much, somebody who's acting following an impetus. So some more consideration, some more kindness, some more gracefulness is encouraged here. Final guidance from this oracle for Aries. So use your best manners. I know that as an Aries, you're tempted to step into things head on, with a lot of self-assertion. But this is the time where you need to look around and understand. Read the room before you speak. Read the room before you take an action. Be considerate of other people's feelings. 3 Witches Sisters, the power of 3. So this could be it's certainly a situation where other people are involved. I see here people that might be connected by bonds of friendship, people that might be connected by bond of family, blood. So it could be somebody in your environment. It could be your colleagues at work. So it's about collaboration. It's about considering other people, involving other people, keeping in mind other people's needs and wishes and emotions. All right. So this was Aries. Now let's move on. And we're going to do a reading for Taurus. So, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for the month of November? Shuffling the cards again. What does Taurus need to know? Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for the month of November? So these are general reading. Adapt them to your personal circumstances and disregard what doesn't reflect your life story. And remember that it might be a message in more than one sign. Consider that your zodiac natal chart is a complex wheel of astral influences. All right, so I've decided to cut the deck this time. So what does, although there's a card that is peeking out, I have to take it. Creator, catalyst, maker, mother, father. My intention was to pick up the first card as well. Outsider, misfits, loner, and wanderer. So we'll see how these two cards will play together. So we have a creator, catalyst, maker, mother, and father. So this this card has a lot of magician energy, has a lot of Empress and Emperor energy as well. If I had to compare this card to a tarot card, to an archetype in the tarot. So this is the energy of somebody who is a proactive person, and also somebody who's very protective and nurturing. See how this baby deer is protected in this glass container here. So I don't know if you are the person that is trying to shield somebody else. Maybe you are a parent, and this is a card that indicates that you are in the energy of wanting to shield and protect your own kids. Or if you are in a position of authority and power, maybe you're very protective with the people that depend on you, and you're decided to take action against a misfit loner and wanderer. So now it's clear to me, Taurus, for the month of November, you might be in a situation that requires you to step in to protect and defend somebody else who is probably victim of some underhanded and ill-dignified behavior. There might be somebody around the people you love, the people that you feel responsible for, who's not acting in their own interest, in your protege's interest, so to speak. So let's see what is going on. This is very interesting. So you're called to stand up and protect somebody who is in, let's say, in danger of being cheated on, of being of receiving a wrong. So what is going on, Taurus? Let's see. Card in the deck. What is going on? What's happening? Who is it that you need to protect, and from who? From what? We have the Strength, Fortitude. We have Ace of Pentacles. It came out in the reverse. And we have the Five of Pentacles again, poverty. Okay, this is a situation that requires courage, patience, effort. It feels like somebody might need your help, your protection, your action to help them out in a situation that is a situation of lack and poverty and distress. So somebody in your environment will need your help. This reading is very similar to the Aries reading that I just did. The Five of Pentacles showed up, and it was the oracle card that came out was good manners, mindfulness, kindness. So the reading was about showing kindness towards people who were going through a tough time. And this reading for Taurus is very similar to that one. A little bit more clear because it immediately identifies you as the person that is going to provide the help, the protection, the shielding. So there's somebody around you. It might be a Leo. This could be your energy where you are ready to protect other people with your kindness, with your good heart, with your courage. And this is somebody who is going through some tough times. It could be financial situations, since we have two pentacle cards. Somebody might require your help. It's more clear in this reading compared to the Aries reading that there is actually an ill-dignified intention here, signified by the outsider card, misfit, loner, and wanderer. There is somebody who is either an outcast, treated as an outcast, and you're trying to protect them and help them, or maybe there is somebody who is being treated as an outcast. So let's see, final guidance for you for the month of November, Taurus. What else do we need to know about November for Taurus? Sun sign, moon rising. Oh, again, Three Witches Sister. This is the same card that showed up for Aries. So there's a reading for somebody here that might have a strong placements in Aries and Taurus. Somebody in your entourage that is not doing well right now for some reason. Somebody's going through a tough time and you're called to protect them, help them, offer a shoulder to cry on, offer some solid, tangible kind of help. That might be financial. It might be also, and this is the energy of somebody who is down in their luck and needs some help, needs a friend right now. So you're called to be that friend. Very interesting how these two readings were basically very similar, very similar. So that was the reading for Taurus for the month of November. Despite the negative undertone of the circumstances, I love to see how you are called to be the knight in shining armor, how you're called to be the good friend that offers a shoulder to cry on, how you're called to be the person that can offer help and assistance and protection. So that's a very positive energy. All right, so let's move on to Gemini. What does Gemini need to know about the month of November? Gemini, sun sign, moon rising, Jupiter, Venus, and even Mars placements to be considered. All right, so what does Gemini need to know about the month of November? I hope these messages will reach the people that really need to hear them. So, for whomever out there needs to receive this message, what is your significator card, Gemini, for the month of November? Eternal youth, energy, newness, vitality. Beautiful energy here. Beautiful energy. Okay, so let's see what is going on. Eternal youth. This is so typical of Gemini. Gemini, like Sagittarius too, is one of those signs that show more youthfulness. Those are the signs that are able to carry their inner child throughout their lives, pure, and they have that creativity about them, that very youthful energy, that very youthful look, sometimes even physically. Vitality, energy, and newness. So what is happening? This is a card number 1. So there's energy of new beginnings for you, Gemini. Gemini, what do you need to know about this? What do you need to know about the month of November? We have Page of Pentacles, reliability. So there's a new beginning for you. There's a new venture on the horizon for you during the month of November. And what strikes me is that there's a musical instrument in this card, which leads me to believe that this is something regarding your abilities, your talents, your skills, maybe some creative project. With the Page of Pentacles, you are in that energy of curiosity, willingness to learn, beginning something new, which could be a new job, a new career, a new project, a new course of studies, anything where you can actually grow as a person, increase your learning, your skills. See, what else do we need to know? Gemini, what else do you need to know about November in relation to this energy here? What else do you need to know? Let's see if we can get a jumper. I forgot to cut the moon, concealment. And the third card. What else do you need to know? Oh, this one. 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles, practice. So this reading it reeks of professional life. This is something about your studies. This is something about your your job, work, your career. I feel there's a lot of that energy. So I do feel like Gemini, you have a lot of skills and talents. You have a lot of enthusiasm and energy. You're ready to start something new. You do have what it takes to move that first step towards this new venture. But I do feel like you are afraid right now. You're anxious about showing yourself, maybe because you're too demanding with yourself. You are, if you keep perfection as a goal in mind, remember, perfection is like chasing rainbows. You'll never reach that. And just do the best you can. Don't fear starting this new path. I do see a lot of anxiety here. I do see concerns. I do see the paralysis that it is caused by not knowing what is in front of you, or from, maybe you feel like you don't have what it takes. Maybe you don't have enough skills, enough talents to start a new project. You feel like you still have a lot of steps to go through. You feel like you still need to practice a lot. So by all means, go ahead and try it. Don't be afraid. With the moon and the nine of swords, I feel like your fears have no real foundation. This is more about your personal insecurities, and you have no reasons to be insecure. Just keep working. Take this thing one day at a time. You will perfect it. You will reach the best results. Further guidance for Gemini for the month of November. So it feels to me like your professional life might be the main focus of the month of November for somebody out there who needs to receive this message. Time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. What a beautiful synchronicity of cards here. So it is about learning something new. It is about learning something that is useful for you, for example, on the workplace. You might be starting a new job that, for example, if I did this card in a very specific way, might involve the use of technology, and maybe you feel like you're not strong enough on that front, that you need more practice, that you need more knowledge. The wonderful thing about that is that practice makes perfect. This is what the Eight of Pentacles is telling you. Practice makes perfect. Don't be afraid to start. We all start as beginners. Nobody started with all the wisdom, all the knowledge, and all the skills. Yes, we have some natural disposition towards certain things, but we all have the potential to improve through practice. All right, so this was the reading for Gemini for the month of November, and the message seemed to be pretty clear. So if your concern is about starting a new job, for example, something new that requires you to learn new skills or perfect skills that you already have, but you're not confident enough, just keep practicing, keep studying. That's the way to success. This is how we improve ourselves. Now, Cancer. What does Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements need to know about the month of November? Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about the month of November? What does Cancer need to know about the month of November? Mina, madness, ecstatic ritual, energy release. Ooh, there's a lot of wild energy here with all these beautiful flowers and greens growing all around. Madness, ecstatic ritual, energy release. It's about giving free range to your instinct. It's about following nature. It's about following your natural instincts, unbridled. All right, what is going on for you, Cancer? What is going on for you, Cancer, during the month of November? Let's see how the Tarot explains this card. I do feel like I need to pull another one for this one, but let's see. 10 of Cups. Ooh, very positive energy. 8 of Swords. Oh, and the Sun. Okay. So the cards are basically different. I do see you, 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I do see you achieving contentment, happiness, success. There's something, though, that is kind of restricting you. And this is why this card, Madness, Ecstatic Ritual, and Energy Release, came up. It feels like something or somebody, maybe with the 10 of Cups, although this card is not a very traditional representation of the archetype as we see it in the RWS, for example. In the RWS, this card would have the family, cheering up and celebrating together in front of a beautiful landscape with a house in the background and a rainbow signifying the idea of overcoming challenges and finally having their wishes granted. So that card usually indicates family, people that are very close to you, whether by bounds of relationship of some sort, like family, friends, colleagues, people that are very close to you. So it might be that there is this sense of imprisonment and restriction and feeling of being limited somehow by the expectation of everybody around you. And there's an invitation here from Spirit to look at all the options that you have in order to achieve your clarity, happiness, success. It's time to, so to speak, to let your hair down, Cancer. November is a month where you have to listen to your own instincts. What are your instincts telling you? It's obviously important to keep in mind needs and wishes of people we care for, people we share our daily life with. But there are moments when trying to meet everybody's expectation can be quite a prison, because it really doesn't give you the chance to express your own needs. You're always there trying to meet other people's demands because you care for them, because you're very generous. Cancer is such a maternal sign, the great maternal instinct. But then how about what you want in life? So try to make some clarity around the things that you wish, because you have wishes too, indicated here by the 7 of Cups. You have wishes too. And it feels to me like you've been trying to keep everybody else content before yourself. And that became a prison for yourself, for your self-expression. And now it's time to go wild a little bit. Go wild with your desires, your wishes, and your needs. Don't feel guilty about that. Final guidance for Cancer for the month of November. Final guidance. The 3 fates, what comes around. This might be like a fated situation. I have a sense of the situation is not avoidable. It's like a karmic consequence of what you have done. Let's take a look at the guidebook for this card. I want to make sure that I deliver the clearest message possible for this card. This is the Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish with artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Let's see what the card 26 says as guidance for this situation. It's happening again. Many of us have faced difficulty and troubled times in our lives. Sometimes the impact of a negative experience is so profound that it leaves us with physical, mental, and yes, spiritual residue for months, even years after the actual event. While you're still vibrating, as the 3 fates put it, to the energy of a negative experience, you tend to repeatedly attract echoes of that exact experience. So when you need to be alerted to the fact The three fates will enter, showing you that this is a karmic pattern that may need to be worked on, understood, and recreated in order to be free of its influence. You may feel that there are others in charge of your fate, that they are threading the needle, weaving the patterns of the tapestry of your life, even choosing what ends and what begins. And I do feel like this Ten of Cups, the environment, these people that are very close to you, people you are emotionally connected with. And these are kind of trying to decide your fate. They're trying to decide what the course of your life should be on a daily basis, because they're very pressing with their demands, and you've done everything on a daily basis to meet their demands rather than meet your own. And this is what you need to free yourself from, and you're quite capable of it. And it's time to get out of this pattern. It feels like this has been a pattern. It's time to break free, break loose for a change. With the energies of destiny, fate, and fortune, the three fates depicted so beautifully here, with their ever-turning wheel of karma, understand that it turns and turns as your life will through its many themes again and again. When you receive this card in a reading, and most especially if she leaps out to greet you, you will know an old pattern has circled around once again. And it's time for you to break that pattern of always putting everything out there for other people to enjoy. And it's your turn now. It's your turn to be happy, to do what you really want to do. So this was the reading for Cancer for the month of November. We're going to move on now, and we're going to do the November reading for Leo. Sorry about that. This is Leo. Leo, what do you need to know? Leo, sun sign, moon sign, ascendant, Venus and Jupiter or Mars placements as well. I look at that as well sometimes. Or any other significant placement in your natal chart with Leo. So what does Leo need to know about the month of November? Let's draw a significator card, and I'm going to cut the deck. So what does Leo need to know? The significator card is compassion, empathy, simpatico, kindness. This is very similar to the Aries and Taurus reading. The significator card that I drew for those two signs was very much an echo of this one. It was about empathy. It was about being, in harmony and sympathy with other people, in the sense of feeling their emotion in order to be able to be mindful and considerate and kind and graceful and tactful around other people, trying to be kind to other people, helping other people, offering shelter, support, and friendship. Okay, so there might be a connection between these three readings, maybe for somebody who has placements in these three signs, Leo, Aries, and Taurus. Let's see in detail, what does the Tarot say about this situation. Why is compassion being required? Are you the person giving this compassion, or are you on the receiving end of this? Let's see what's going on. What's going on with Leo during the month of November? Cutting the deck, 3 cards. First card out is the Chariot, motion. Second card is the Nine of Wands, stamina. Third card out is the Three of Swords, disappointment. And bottom of the deck, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this reading is definitely connected to the readings that I did for Aries and Taurus, because the Five of Pentacles appeared in both those cards. So I don't know if it's you or somebody very close to you, you really care about, that is going through a very distressful time. They might be heartbroken right now. They might be tired. They might be energetically depleted. They might be financially impoverished as well. So this is a situation where you might have made the decision to move on. the Chariot card might represent an actual geographical movement. It might be also the card that signifies making a decision, holding the reins of your life pretty tight in your hands, controlling the fate of the events in your life, trying to be in control. So this is an invitation to be strong. I don't know if it's you, the person who's going through a major heartache and disappointment. Whatever it is, this is a situation that you or the person around you that needs your compassion, that needs your help. This is just a situation that will just, think about it in terms of an experience that will teach you a lesson for the future. Let's see from the other oracle deck what other information we can get for Leo. Yeah, there's definitely somebody here who is in need of help, who is in need of support. Somebody going through some difficult times. Somebody might have been betrayed, might have been cheated on, might have gone through a situation that turned out to be extremely disappointing. This person here is tired, is feeling like they cannot go through this any longer. But what the cards are telling you is that either you or this person need to just push through it. Empathy and kindness and compassion are required. Maybe there's somebody around you. Just look around you, see if there's somebody. Sometimes people go through all kinds of things and they show a completely different face out there, maybe because they're too proud to ask for help, which is a kind of situation that is usually indicated by the Five of Pentacles. If it's you or another person, keep in mind that somebody might be too proud to ask for help, but you need to be that kind of compassionate person that needs to step in and offer help. Because it looks like, by the look of it, it's a tough situation. There's a lot of sorrow here. There's somebody here that needs help. Another way this reading is connected, especially to the Taurus reading, where the oracle card was the mother and father energy, and there was a Five of Pentacles showing up. This is the a famous reinterpretation of a sculpture by Michelangelo called The Compassion, in which the Virgin Mary holds the body of her son Jesus after he died on the cross. So if this is it might be a reading referring to a mother-son relationship or parent offspring for some of you. This is a very specific interpretation of this reading. There might be somebody very close to you, a family member, possibly your son, your daughter, somebody you normally feel responsible for, somebody you love and you care for and you protect, that needs your help right now. Leo, so what else do you need to know for the month of November? November is turning out to be a very compassionate month for a lot of signs. A lot of signs called to, look around and see who is in need of help. Offer that shoulder. So I automatically grabbed 2 cards out of of this deck. We have Carnivorous Flower Fairy. A tempting offer has a high price and strangely lonely, holding on way too tight. So this could be the energy of somebody who is going through a difficult situation, somebody who might have yielded to a very tempting offer, but the offer turns out to be a very disappointing, a very negative experience. And it seems like it's really tough for this person to kind of eradicate themselves, remove themselves from this situation. They're holding on to something that is not good for them. Somebody here is holding on to a situation that is not good for them. And I feel like they need your help. Somebody here needs your help. Maybe a good sound word of advice, offered obviously in a very empathic, kind, and compassionate way. All right. So adapt these cards to your personal situation if the cards resonate with your life circumstances, and disregard what doesn't. So this was the reading for Leo. We're moving on and we're doing Virgo now. Sun sign, moon sign, ascendant, placements of Venus and Jupiter and Mars as well for Virgo for the month of November. So what is a card that signifies your energy, the energy of your current circumstances? Virgo, this one wants to be seen. Primal, connecting deep within, sacred dance, instinct. This is very similar to Cancer. Cancer got a very similar card as a significator. So there is this energy of instincts, of following your own instincts, of connecting with your primal side, connecting with what you feel and need deep within, Virgo, which is very atypical for an earth sign like Virgo. But maybe this is a good month for you to reveal that side of yourself. It's a good month for you to follow your instincts, to follow your guts. All right, so what do we need to know, Virgo, about the situation during the month of November, the energy surrounding you, or energy that you carry within you during the month of November, Virgo? We have a Nine of Wands, a card that appeared also in the Leo reading. Nine of Wands, stamina is the key word on this card. Oops, this one and this one. Then we have Queen of Wands, determination. And Five of Pentacles again. Oh my goodness, this card is appearing in now for the fourth time. It was there in the same position for Aries, for Taurus, for Leo, and now for Virgo as well. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. All right. So let's see what's going on here. So there's a energy of connected with your nature, with your instinct, with what your guts, with your intuition, with your more primal and instinctual energy. And I do see this this energy a lot in the Queen of Wands, very fiery energy. There is defensiveness, though. Defensiveness. A need to set some personal boundaries. There might be a lack of stamina here. There might be, a difficult situation. Somebody here might be extremely busy, on the verge of being burned out, because they're taking on too many tasks, which would be typical of a Queen of Wands energy. They do have the creativity, the power, the stamina to multitask. But maybe right now, Virgo, you're overdoing it. Could it be that you're overdoing it and that you're feeling energetically depleted here with the Five of Pentacles? Yeah, this is what I read in these cards. I do feel like, and it doesn't amaze me, Virgos are overachieving people, just like Capricorn sometimes. They like to be busy. They like to be of service. They like to be active and proactive. They like to help other people. But maybe right now you need to listen to your own guts. If you're not feeling well, if you feel depleted right now, if you feel like you lack the energy to take on all these tasks, all this project, all these jobs, listen to what your instinct, your guts are telling you. If your guts are telling you to slow down, maybe it's the time for you to do so. Page of Cups, inventiveness. Maybe this could be a great month also to find a sort of emotional channel, emotional outlet for all the pent-up energy, or for all the energetic burnout you're going through. Take care of your heart. Take care of your emotions, Virgo. Let's see, final words of guidance for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? in the light of these cards for the month of November. 2 cards, Angel of Alchemy, Miracle, and the 2 Little Witches, Magical Space Clearing Time. Okay. So what is going on, Virgo? What hits me about this card is the body posture of the character presented here. She's kind of holding her chest, protecting her heart. And I do feel like this is a moment where you, if you are feeling particularly vulnerable right now because you're really overtired, you've been multitasking like crazy, it's time to protect your heart. Listen to your heart. What is your heart telling you? What is your instinct? What are your emotional reaction to what is going on in your life? What is it really telling you? There's something you need to get rid of with this magical space clearing time. In Wicca, the broom is a powerful symbol, a powerful magical symbol of cleansing and clearing. You should always have a broom at the entrance of your house to get rid of negative energy, toxic energy, anything that is unnecessary, anything that is burdening you energetically. So there's something that you need to get rid of. I really feel like you've been taking on way too much, Virgo. And this is a month where you need to take care of your inner child, your inner needs, and listen to your inner voice. What is your inner voice telling you? What is your gut feeling telling you? You need to take care of yourself, self-care. So this is what I'm getting out of this reading for Virgo for the month of November. All right. As I shuffle the cards to get ready for Libra, I would like to remind you to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content of my video. It would be a great help to help this channel grow. What do we have? The Four of Pentacles here. Help this channel grow, help this channel deliver the messages to more people and make sure that they reach whomever needs to hear them for their highest good. Let me know, please, in the comment section if any of these readings resonate with you. Your feedback is extremely important for me, and I'm very grateful for it. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars placements. Let's see what the month of November has in store for you. This is a general reading, and if you would like to go a little deeper and receive a personal reading, I'm available, and you can reach me using the email address you will find in the description of any of my videos. So don't be shy, reach out. I'm just an email away. Contact me and I will let you have all the instructions on how to request a personal reading with me. So Libra, significator card for Libra for the month of November. We have seduction, allure, desire, manipulation. Oh, wow. So this card can go both ways. It could be read in a positive and a more challenging aspect. It could be about seduction. It could be about desire. Maybe you're open to, putting yourself out there again during the month of November. It doesn't amaze me because Venus is back in Libra. And this is a great time for relationships of all kinds, especially relationships of a more romantic nature. So you might feel ready to get into action again. And just be careful. Seduction is a very nice game if played well. Be careful not to become a manipulator, though. Desire. Of the 3 keywords, the thing that is catching my attention the most is the desire word. Card number 8, seduction. Just try not to leave victims out there. I don't know if you are the person acting upon this feeling, if this is something that you have within you, it's your energy, or maybe you are receiving this energy from somebody else. We'll see. Let's see what the Tarot has to say. This is very intriguing now. I'm really intrigued about this reading. Libra. Your desires might be the focus of the month of November. So what does Libra need to know about this card here, about this energy for the month of November? This card wants to be seen. The Knight of Pentacles, servitude. We have the Queen of Wands again. We had this in for Virgo in the same spot, the same position, the second card. And the Five of Wands. These tarot cards have keywords. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords, logic. Interesting. I do feel this is what I'm seeing here, and I'm reading the cards in a very holistic way. So I'm getting an immediate snapshot from this layout of cards. What I'm seeing is that you might have contained yourself and your desires until now. I think you've been fighting that side of, the side of you that embodies more the energy of the Queen of Wands, more passionate, more fiery, because you've been focusing on working hard. You've been focusing on doing the sensible thing. You've been focusing on your work, on preparing the ground for the future, for creating stability around you. And you might have disregarded that side of you that needs to let herself or himself go to desires and seduction. That is a part of us that we cannot ignore. It's not healthy. So I do feel like you've been fighting that side of you. You've been fighting that Queen of Wands energy for some time now, because you always wanted to do the sensible thing. You just kept your feet well planted on the ground. You haven't moved much. You've been, the responsible kind of person. And I still feel like with this King of Swords, you are not letting that more fiery, instinctual nature come through. You're still holding yourself back. You're still holding with this Knight of Pentacles energy and the King of Swords. Are you listening to your mind rather than listening to your heart, to your physical needs? Maybe this is a month where you need to discover that side of yourself. Don't fight it. For somebody else, there might be somebody in your life, maybe a fire sign represented here by the Queen of Wands. You might have had you might be having or might be having soon a difficult conflictual relationship with. Let's see what the guidance from the oracle is. Allure, desire, manipulation. Oh my goodness, the same cards that just came out for somebody else just a few signs ago. Was it Leo? Yeah, it might have been Leo. So we have carnivorous flower, tempting offer as a high price. Again, somebody might be try to manipulate, seduct, allure you in. Very tempting energy, but very dangerous. Holding on way too tight, strangely lonely. To seduce you, to manipulate you and allure you in. I don't know what is going on, Libra, in your life, but there might be somebody, possibly a fire sign, somebody who's very charismatic, very charming, very fascinating person with a lot of fiery energy, if you know what I mean, that is trying to approach you, lure you in, seduce you. But I think you're trying to stay with your feet well planted on the ground. You're losing your mind rather than following your instincts, rather than following your senses, your heart. You're kind of fighting this energy back. Maybe because you don't feel like this is good for you. The price of yielding to this temptation might be too high. Ooh, what is going on in your life? Who are you dealing with, Libra? But anyway, so this is what I see here. The desire to yield to this seduction and temptation is very strong, but you're going to fight it. You're going to fight it back. You're not going to let yourself go because you feel like the price that you will pay. This is the price that you will pay. Look at the blood here. This is the Le Vampire Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. So you feel like that the seduction and the gratification you might get from letting yourself go to this desire might be the price might be too high. It might not be worth it, and this is why you will prefer being in this King of Swords energy here, and just use your logic and don't lose your head, so to speak. All right, Libra. Hopefully everything will be okay and you will not have any regrets afterwards. So moving on to Scorpio. What's that Scorpio sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, Venus and Jupiter placement need to know about the month of November? Scorpio, what do you need to know? What is the card that represents you for the month of November? Your energy, your situation. We have ecstasy, yielding, rapture, bliss. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful with all these green butterflies. Green is the color of the heart chakra. Butterflies are a symbol of transformation. I do feel like you're finally yielding to some emotional gratification here. Ecstasy. It's a beautiful, very strong, positive energy that I see so far. But let's see what the tarot has to say for Scorpio for the month of November. What is this ecstasy about? We have the Page of Swords, inspection. We have this one. We have the Page of Cups, inventiveness. And we have, oops, too many cards. I just saw the Five of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. A lot of new beginner energy, new beginnings, potential for new situations, possibly situations that will gratify you emotionally. I do feel like there are some messages. Something is moving towards you. You might be receiving messages of some sort with a proposal that might make you extremely happy, surprising, probably a very nice surprise, something that will make your heart content. This might be something that is going to happen in your work environment. It could be a possibility for somebody with this Eight of Pentacles and with the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Are you going to let yourself go to this? Indication of these cards indicates that you might find happiness and bliss and rapture and ecstasy in this situation. So there is a potential for something, a crush, an affair, some sort of emotional connection with somebody, possibly somebody in your work environment. Why not? This is just in the beginning stages. Has a very fresh, very young energy. But I do see like you're going to let yourself, you're going to enjoy this. You're going to let yourself go to this. Let's see, Scorpio. What's the final guidance? Anything else we need to know about this situation here? Put this card somewhere else. So what do you need to know about this interesting, exciting situation here? Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. There's another card that wants to be seen, and it's you miss someone. Okay, I do feel like you really are opening yourself up to love this month. And it might be a love interest with somebody that is completely different from you, somebody who maybe is normally somebody you wouldn't look at because it's either the style, the maybe the age. With all these pages, it could be somebody who might be younger than you, might be somebody not your normal type. This is what this storm angel collision of beliefs, styles, attitude, and energies signifies for me. You might start to feel like this stirring of emotion and attraction for somebody who you would never have considered because they're totally different from you. Maybe they're much younger than you, or you're much younger than them. Anyway, it feels like there's a difference in age to me. You feel the need of connecting, of emotional connection, maybe because you've been lonely for some times now. You miss that part of you. You miss that, the flattering of emotion, the butterfly in your stomachs that this situation create. Maybe you feel like this situation is a little bit against the rules or your belief system, because maybe it's happening in a work environment. And as you probably, a lot of us would agree that this sort of dynamics in the workplace are not encouraged. They may, get kind of complicated. So it's something that you would have never considered in the past. But I see you this month, Scorpio, yielding to that, the emotional gratification of this thing. I feel that this is going to bring like a freshness to your life. It's like the reawakening of your heart after a long period of solitude. And the cards are telling you, yes, it might feel like a strange situation, something you have never considered, something that is so different from you, but why not? Maybe this is what you need right now, Scorpio. A breath of fresh air in your emotional life, a reawakening of your heart with somebody that can bring youthfulness to the situation. All right. What an interesting reading here for Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, and Venus. What do you need to know about the month of November? What do you need to know about the month of November, Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, and maybe Mars too, placements. What do you need to know about the month of November? So a card as a significator for you, Sagittarius. Rebellion, upstart, tumult, revolution. She looks quite determined here. And card number 33, master number. Okay, you're ready to take the world by storm. Is that the way it goes? Upstart, tumult, revolution. You are willing and ready, and you're charged to change the situation. If it doesn't fit you, doesn't fit your needs anymore, you're ready to rebel. Rebellion. You're ready to go against the grain. You're ready to change things around you. Very fiery energy here. I'm looking also at the gem that she has on her choker. Is it called choker? That very tight necklace around your neck. Red is the color of passion. Is the color of Mars, the god of war. You're not afraid to face challenges. You're not afraid to steer the pot. Tumult, upstart. There might be a radical change here for you. Something is happening that is upsetting the situation, but it feels like it's in your hands. You want this. It's not happening to you. You're making it happen. So what does Sagittarius need to know? What is going on for Sagittarius during the month of November? We have the Ten of Swords, finality. You're done with the situation. You're not taking it anymore. You're done with it. Done, done, done. 15, the habit, dependency. You want to get rid of the situation. This is a situation that has been very toxic for you, very negative. You're getting free. You're breaking free out of this situation, and you're going to fight for it. God, this woman has wounds on herself. You're ready for a fight. If somebody was keeping you, holding you, binding you, forcing you. You're ready to say enough is enough and stop. Wow, Sagittarius, what are you up to? Third card out. Let's see. But I'm glad to see you taking a stand, putting your foot down, saying no to whatever, whomever has been holding you under their thumb. Seven of Wands, bravery. Oh my goodness, absolutely. This is such a coherent lineup of cards here. You're going to put your boundaries, healthy boundaries up. You're going to put your foot down. You're going to defend yourself, and you're ready to fight. Whatever it is that is going on around you, whomever these people are, you're ready to battle with. You're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I don't see you having any mercy for these people. You're done with whatever situation these cards are referring to. You're done. Finality. You're not depending, you're not going to be the puppet in other people's hands. There will be no more strings attached to anyone. You're going to be independent and brave. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords, intellect. You're ready for a new beginning. You're ready to state your truth. You're ready to state your piece. You're not going to be afraid to authentically speak for yourself and having other people listen to what you have to say. Beautiful reading, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius sun sign, and I have a lot of other placements in this position, in this sign. So let's see, what is the guidance? Ooh. The past returns for a time. The signs are with you already. An important end, a new beginning, and collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energy. Now, these are way too many cards, but, since they came out like this and I looked at them, I'm just going to take them. And the cards that really speak to me the most, and by the way, this is a returning card because it was also in the Scorpio reading. Collision of beliefs. You're at odds with somebody, and you're ready to tell them, you know what, your way of doing things is not good for me anymore, and do not force me to act following your own dogma, because I'm free now. So there's a conflict with somebody. You're ready to rebel. The signs are with you already. This is a situation that you have been seeing coming for quite some time now. The past returns for a time. This is somebody you have, or a situation you had to deal with in the past. It's not new. And you had enough. You had enough. An important end with that Ten of Swords and a new beginning. With this hourglass here, it's time to put an end to this situation. It's time for you to start something new, whether this is a relationship of any kind, a relationship on the workplace, partnerships of any kind, friendships, romantic relationship, your situations of work, whatever. The situation is coming to an end. You're fed up. You had enough. You're not taking it anymore. Time to put your foot down, Sagittarius. Awesome. All right. I hope these readings are being helpful and delivering messages that you really need to hear. So we're moving on now with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, with Jupiter and Venus placements in Capricorn. So what does Capricorn need to know for the month of November? Capricorn. Significator card for Capricorn. Over an hour into this live. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know? So what is your current situation, your current energy? Where are you coming from, Capricorn? Death rites, saying goodbye, formal location, honoring lives. Oh my goodness. Well, there's an ending, a strong energy of an ending here. And it feels like this is an ending that is happening because it needs to happen. It's just nature. It's just the way it needs to be. It's very painful. but it feels like it's unavoidable. There's a great sense of endings and saying goodbye and closing a door and leaving something behind us because it just doesn't serve us anymore. It's the natural transition we go through in life. I'm not reading these cards literally in the sense of death as the end of life, but I read it as in the sense of big monumental transformations in your life. What comforts me in front of big changes like this, especially when they're painful, they're hard to digest, is that for whatever door that closes, that there's another one that opens. In the end, it's not an ending, it's just a transformation, something that needs to leave an open path to something new, something different, something that probably is also a better fit for us. Capricorn, there's a very sad energy here. Really sorry. It looks like you're holding on to something. It's really hard for you to say goodbye. All right, so what is going on, Capricorn? The habit, dependency. This is your card. It's the Devil card, so this is you. Well, Capricorn, is it a fixed sign or a cardinal sign? Change for Capricorn is not easy. They tend to hold on to everything, especially when it comes to material things, material situations. So what is it that you have to say goodbye to? And you're having a really hard time saying goodbye to. Oopsie daisy. All right, we have the Hermit, introspection. So this moment of transformation is actually a good thing for you. I do feel like it will give you the opportunity to finally go within and get to know yourself. Understand what is it that you need to move towards next. What is the next door that you need to open? It's a tough situation here. There might be loneliness involved after this ending, but it's a step that you need to take. It cannot be avoided. And in the end, it will be a great way for you to go within and just evaluate the situation. It will make it easier for you to make your choices in the future because you will really get to know yourself. Two more cards fell out of the deck. We have the Eight of Swords, imprisonment, and the paranormal curiosity. I really feel like this period of loneliness for you, it will feel like a prison. But I do believe that you need to believe in your ability to free yourself from this cage, whatever this cage is. You need to find the truth somehow in this moment of transformation, of sadness. Don't be afraid to open up to a new beginning, to something that is totally different and unexpected, something that is not normal. Capricorns love routines. They're not so open to change. They don't take change that well. And for them, routine, whatever grounds them, this is an earth sign, whatever grounds them is what they like to do. It's what makes them feel good. It's their environment, their turf, stability, routine, doing the same thing over and over. They find great comfort in their environment. They find comfort in things that do not change. But you have to open up to different solutions. The paranormal card is an extra card in this deck. What is paranormal? Something that is not ordinary, something that is not part of your regular life, of your everyday life, of your routine. You need to open up yourself to new possibilities, new ways of doing things. This death, this transformation, this rite of passage, this ending, hopefully will open up a little bit your mind and your horizon to different ways to look at life, ways that might look like paranormal to you, but it's time for you to free up yourself, because when we get stuck in our past, even when that past belongs in the past, it doesn't really fit align with our life purpose anymore. What we do, we just put ourselves in a prison. We lock our own prison. So, but you have the key to free yourself up. and try to accept different uh, options in life, different ways of looking at things, different ways of thinking. Let's pull a card from the Light and Shadow Oracle. Carnivorous flower fairy, tempting offer has a high price. This card has been coming up so much during these readings. Let's pull another one. Okay, what is it that is tempting you? The way I see it, that the temptation for you is to get stuck in that past and stay in that situation. But I think that you will eventually pay a high price for not choosing to free yourself and try something new and something different. Eclipse Mermaid, a powerful energy shift. We recently had one with the Ring of Fire, the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse is an indication of a sudden, unexpected turmoil, big shift, big transformations happening. So something probably around that time. When was it? Was it October 28th or October 14th when we had the solar eclipse and the Ring of Fire here? Something might have come to an end around that time, in between the mid-October and the end of October for Capricorn. And anybody would have a hard time accepting a completely upturn of their life circumstances. It would be difficult for anyone, but in particular for somebody like the Capricorn, who likes to control the environment, who likes to rely on a routine, on on predictability, on stability. So it's time to move on, Capricorn. This is what I'm feeling here with these cards. November will be a tough month for Capricorn. And I'm sorry to relay this message, but just keep in mind that this is going to open to new possibilities that are a better fit for you, whatever it is that came to an end in October. So that was Capricorn. Let's see what the cards have to say for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising sign with placements in Aquarius for planets like Jupiter and Venus and maybe Mars as well. So what does Aquarius need to know for the month of November? Let's pull a significator card for Aquarius. Again, catalyst, maker, mother and father. This card came out for Taurus, so you may want to look at that reading. I'll be able to put the timestamps later on after I release this video, so be patient with me. You might have to, flip through the chapters of this video to find your sign. But anyway, this was the significator card for Taurus. Catalyst, maker, mother, and father. That reading was all about protecting, shielding, taking care of somebody who is, close to you, probably in a moment of need, somebody who is more vulnerable at the moment, and you were called to step in and help them somehow. So same energy for you, Aquarius. You might be the protector here, the creator, the mother, the father, the person that is called to take care of somebody who is more vulnerable at the moment, even chronologically more vulnerable. Maybe this is a relationship with somebody that's younger than you. Maybe you have a person that you're protecting, a child, a young adult, a young kid. Maybe you are a parent, or you invest this role in your life. Creator, catalyst, maker. So you're in the position to make things happen. You might also be on the receiving end of this energy, but since this is your significator, it's basically you as the mother, father, maker energy. Let's see, Aquarius, what does the tarot have to say about this situation? The highlights of the month of November. So what's going on for you during the month of November? Five of Wands, rivalry. So there's this energy of conflict, of obstacles, of fights, of obstacles on your path, of conflict with somebody in your environment. So we need to know. The Nine of Cups, satisfaction. What else? for Aquarius. The Four of Swords, repose. All right. So what I'm seeing here, it's what either you or this vulnerable person you're holding tight, you're trying to protect. Somebody here might be overindulging. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Page of Swords. Inspection. There might be somebody around you who might be overindulging, I feel, here with this Nine of Cups. And you might be kind of being at odds with this person, but because you're trying to protect them, you're trying to save this person from themselves, you're trying to protect them from making mistakes, you're trying to protect them from damaging themselves going through this overindulgence. This is a very specific message that is coming through right now. It's time for this person to take a moment of rest, take a moment of pause with the Four of Swords. The Nine of Cups can be a positive and a negative card as well, depending on how you read it. There are so many layers, so many nuances in the minor arcana. The Nine of Cups is not just the fulfillment of a dream or the fulfillment of a wish and a desire, not only personal contentment. It's also a very individualistic card. It might indicate also the energy of somebody who is very... how to say it, somebody who's for themselves, somebody who is, trying to reach their personal gratification without thinking about other people. This could be also the card that, especially with this artwork here, that might indicate overindulgence. Somebody who's being very indulgent with themselves. They're gratifying their senses, and they might be having a hard time understanding when it's time to stop, because maybe they are exaggerating. So I feel like you might be at odds with and you're trying to protect somebody from this energy. There's an energy of conflict. I don't really look at these keywords because sometimes they're hit or miss. It's not so much as a rivalry as a confrontation with somebody, or being at odds with someone, because you believe that this person is probably being overindulgent with themselves. And they need to take a moment of rest. So they need to stop this habit. Very individualistic, very self-centered, very self-indulgent, and think about what they're doing. With the Page of Swords, inspection, it feels to me like you might be keeping an eye on these people. This is the investigator card. You might be very suspicious about other people's habits, what they're doing. You might be keeping an eye on them. You might be following them somehow. Spying on their social media, keeping an eye on them, trying to understand what they're doing behind your backs. But I do feel like this is the energy of somebody who's trying to protect somebody else from their own overindulging habits. Let's see what the oracle has to say about this energy. Aquarius. Grumpy red fairy, be your true self. Grumpy old fairies. I do have the feeling somebody is not happy to be under scrutiny. Somebody here is being scrutinized, is being followed, and they're not taking it well. Especially if this is a situation where you are taking care of somebody else that is younger than you, less experienced than you, somebody you feel responsible for. So it could be your own kids, it could be people in your family or people you love that you feel responsible for. If you see them doing something that might potentially harm them, I do believe it's your duty to be authentic with them and let them know exactly that they are endangering themselves, that they need to stop a certain behavior. I know it's a very specific reading, but I don't see any other way to read it at the moment. There's a situation of conflict. There is. But things are going to come to an end. I think that there will be a general energy of pausing and taking stock of the situation and resting and taking a well-deserved break from a situation that might get out of hand when it comes to self-indulgent. What a weird reading, I have to admit it. But there it is. This is what sometimes the messages come through. This was Aquarius. So this is the last reading now for Pisces. I would be tempted to pull some clarifiers for this card, but just if the message rings a bell with you, just disregard whatever doesn't. Okay, so adapt it to your circumstances. See what is going on in your life. If you wish to receive a more in-depth reading, I'm up for personal readings. You can contact me at email address in the description of every video that I post here on YouTube. Now, to the last sign. 1 hour and 25 minutes later, what do we have for Pisces? Sun, Moon, rising sign, and Jupiter and Venus placement in Pisces. Significator card, current energy for Pisces. Let me know how these readings resonate with you. I would love to receive your feedback. This card wants to be seen. Primal, again, connecting deep within sacred dance and instinct. I think we received this card for Virgo. Yes, that card came out for Virgo, and it was very similar in energy to the card that I drew for Cancer. So if you are a Pisces, you might have some placements also in Virgo and Cancer, and you might want to take a look at those readings as well. So a need to connect with your instincts, your primal needs, your sensuality, your senses, your physical needs. It's time to let yourself loose a little bit, or you are in that energy. Let's see what's happening, Pisces. What is going on? Something to explain this primal energy. We have the Judgment card. We have the Two of Swords. We have opportunity and confusion as keywords, but I do not always look at the keywords here. Six of Swords. Okay. I do feel like you have been resisting somehow. You've been resisting change. You've been resisting reckoning in your life. You've been resisting for some time, or you are going to resist the idea of looking at yourself, taking stock of your situation, possibly change. There's a second chance, an opportunity that is being given to you to reconsider, reevaluate, reassess your life, whatever is going on in your career, general relationships of romantic nature or not. But it feels like you will finally move away from this energy of the Two of Swords. You will move away from this confusion. You will move away from this stagnant energy that doesn't allow you to make a decision for yourself, to change your life, to finally give free expressions to your instincts, to your needs. You will actually finally move away from the situation with the Six of Swords. You will find yourself on the other side of these turbulent waters, of this on the other bank of the river. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups, intuition. It might be a situation where your emotional well-being is going to be highlighted here. Maybe the connection that you need to establish with your within is a connection with your own feelings. How do you really feel? The Queen of Cups might be the energy of somebody who is very emotionally nurturing when it comes to other people's emotions and needs and wishes and desires. So that might also be too tolerant when it comes to that. They might be too empathic. They might give, everything to everybody else. And sometimes they neglect themselves and their own emotional needs. But it's time for you to finally let go of that attitude and think about what your need, what your soul, what your heart needs, what your soul needs. Final words of advice from the Oracle for Pisces for the month of November. Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave. It's time to fend for yourself. It's time to let the world know your real self. Let the world know how you really feel about things, what you really need to feel gratified. You might have been too meek. Too selfless until now, but now it's time to be brave. Use that sword and fend for yourself, because you're worth it. You're worth it, Pisces. So this was my general reading for the month of November for all the zodiac signs. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave your feedback in the comment section on your way out. Thank you so much for the time you will spend watching this video, if you will happen to stumble upon it. And most importantly, I hope you receive the message that you need the most. Have a great month of November. And until I see you next time, many, many blessings.